Ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of inspiration and realness. Also, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, personality, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, and now the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself from his Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts, Mr. Shenanigans himself, and the two-time Chilling 3000 2022 End of the Year Awards winner, Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to the... I should do this like Noam Dar. This is NXT. Well, hello. Welcome to another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode 726, ladies and gentlemen. And I made a few changes to a couple of my... remember the roadside shenanigans? Well, I made a few changes to the thumbnails of those episodes. You're gonna see brand new episodes and of those pretty soon. For the upcoming Portuguese feast, I'm only going to be attending 2 days because unfortunately they moved Friday to 5 o'clock, and I don't like being I'm not going to be there. So I'm going to go only Saturday and Sunday. That will be it. So you only expect 2 episodes from emanating from the Portuguese feast this coming August. So I hope you guys kind of show up there, and I will be there for Saturday for a short turn because of the fact that one, I need to be home so I can host AEW Collision for Jordan Jordy Scow while he's going to be there, and plus SummerSlam. So it'll be just going to be probably a couple of brief episodes because of the fact, after 6 o'clock, everything goes crazy afterwards. So I try to be there as much as I can, and just have a lot of fun. Hopefully, run into people that I know I have not seen in quite a while and all that good stuff. I'm sure people want to hear about my new Toyota Highlander. That's right, and so here we go. Let's talk about what happened. We got a shocking moment just happened on NXT. I'm still trying to recover from it. Just bear with me, folks, because this is going to be a doozy. What happened tonight on NXT? Carmelo Hayes, the NXT champ, and Trick Williams kicked off NXT. They were talking about what happened last week in their tag match against Finn Balor and Damian Priest. But then Ilya Dragunov showed up. He said, "Hey, they're about to talk about how they're gonna beat each other at the Great American Bash. Who's gonna win and whatnot and everything else." And Mustafa Ali confronted Wes Lee. Was he thinking about taking this matchup against Dirty Dominik Mysterio? And he goes, Ray Ripley's gonna be ringside, and Wes Lee's goes, "I got this." More in that situation, bro. I'm serious. I'm not playing around. So, tag match has been going on. Nathan Frazier, the NXT Heritage Cup champ, teams up with Dragon Lee against the Los Lotarios team of Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. And during the, and Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo trying to hit on Lisa Leon and Valentina Feroz, who's the birthday girl today. Happy birthday, Valentina Feroz. Those two lovely ladies came out to the ringside to watch the matchup, and it seems the Los Lotarios are too busy focused on the ladies instead of their matchup, and that kind of cost them the matchup against Dragon Lee and Nathan Frazier. Both cousins were arguing after the match, a little pushing and shoving, and Humberto Carrillo shoved Angel Garza down and walked out through the crowd, and Angel Garza went after him. But it seems like hopefully they'll they need to get it together. So we'll see what happens. And they are family, so they are cousins. So I'm sure families will settle things out. Sometimes families do, families don't. We've seen it. I've seen it in my life. Whatever. Looks like Baron Corbin says he's going to have to do everything as himself. What's him being himself? We'll have to find out in the weeks to come. Looks like Baron Corbin's went face to face with himself. So this is going to be a very interesting situation for Baron Corbin since he's trying to reinvent himself on NXT basically. That's what he's trying to do. Meanwhile, NXT Anonymous was spying on Booker T giving a pet talk to Roxanne Perez about her confrontation, in fact, with Blair Davenport. In fact, they're going to have a match in the Great American Bash. So, so there, so there's that situation. Gigi Dolan and Kiana James went one-on-one. Gigi Dolan, oh, I love Gigi Dolan. But Kiana James' pocketbook came into play. Gigi wanted to use it and everything else. Referee says no. Kiana James took advantage of the situation and defeating Gigi Dolan, picking up the victory. I feel bad for Gigi Dolan. I wish I can comfort her. But I'm telling you one thing right now. Kiana James is a jerk. I love Gigi Dolan. And they had a digital, I think a digital exclusive last week. Kelly Kincaid interviewed Bronco Nima and Lucian Price will be making their debut. Then Scripps and Axiom interrupt them, said, hey, I guess you want to get your matchup. And Scripps told Axiom, listen, we're not partners. I want to do things on my own for quite a while. More in that situation. Ivy Nile, well, since losing the Creed brothers, took down the Diamond Mine banner. And Ivy Nile lost her two Diamond Mine brothers. In fact, I think to me, Ivy Nile should be the one woman Diamond Mine, and I'm hoping that Ivy Nile finds a way of motivation to basically kick butt. So we'll see what happens there. Mackenzie Mitchell interviewed Eddie Thorpe, and then Metaphor interrupts Thorpe, and Noam Darstone, that catatonic state of not having the Heritage Cup Championship. He still got his hair all frizzy down. No, hello. He's still heartbroken. And they said, oh, he can't do Supernova sessions again. And then Oro Mensah goes, you can have an autograph picture of him. Eddie Thorpe tears up the picture, and they said, you're a monster. And he said, well, it's going to be a matchup between Mensah and Eddie Thorpe. So, anyways, Axiom Scripps took on the team of Bronco Nima and Lucian Price in making their in-ring debut matchup. But during the matchup, while Scripps was trying to, he was calling on Axiom was calling on Scripps to double team. Scripps attacks Axiom instead. And then that opened the door for Lucian Price and Bronco Nima to pick up the victory, and he walks out with them. Oh, boy. I think Scripps played Axiom all along, man. Scripps played Axiom. I don't know what the heck is he thinking. Axiom's instincts were kind of right. He probably doesn't trust Scripps. DTA. Don't trust anybody, Axiom. And I gotta tell you, Axiom, well, I'm sure he's gonna be full of P&V after that. I bet you one of those two will go at it. At Great American Bash, that'll be a heck of a matchup. Meanwhile, Tony D'Angelo's homecoming. And Stack's got a couple of guys. They have a few guys, a couple of lovely ladies celebrating, and then Tony D'Angelo comes back. In fact, that whole thing was their master plan. So they revealed it how, when 2 months ago when Tony D'Angelo first, listen, I know how to get you out of this. I'm gonna act like I'm betraying you all. Let's just say this: the D'Angelo family suckered Gallus in. Gotta love it, right? Gallus comes out. Mark Coffey gets ticked off, and then all of a sudden we're gonna make sure you're not gonna make it to Great American Bash. And then Mark Coffey's got one of those clubs, and then and the whole entire party, going Stacks and D'Angelo holding up crowbars. They're like, let's get out of the ring. And then Stacks and D'Angelo took care of business there, and they kind of retreated Gallus retreated without the belts, and they were holding them up. So the D'Angelo family, Great American Bash, forget about it. New tag champs. Yeah. So Mello and Trick were talking, and all of a sudden Schism interrupts them, being a weirdos, and they had all the hooded figures behind them, and with the mask hooded figures, and then all of a sudden here comes Ilya Dragunov. This is the third time you're doing this, man. And then Joe Gacy started trash talking Dragunov, and then before you know it, all 6 men were brawling. I'm surprised none of the Schism backup helped them out. So, but the separation, referees and security had to separate them. I gotta tell you, it's crazy. Thea Hale went one-on-one with the lovely Elektra Lopez. Thea Hale beat Elektra Lopez, who's bigger than her, by submission with the Kimura lock. And then she calls out Tiffany Stratton. He says, I'm challenging you to a match at the Great American Bash. Tiffany Stratton says, you got it. But here's the thing. She goes, I want this match to be different. I want it to be a submission matchup. Tiffany Stratton says, no way. And then Thea Hale says, fine. Puts her in the Kimura lock, and then Tiffany Stratton agrees. So it will be a submission match for the NXT Women's Championship at the Great American Bash. I'm going for Thea Hale for that one. So Dominik Mysterio was talking to Rhea Ripley, and then D'Angelo family all walked by, and then Tony D'Angelo said, hey, Benny the Bumper, she's high. I said, Benny, huh? What a guy. And then he told Rhea, here she comes. And then Rhea Ripley said, I told everyone that you're a badass, but you let JC Jane beat you down and take the coat like that. And then Lyra goes, no, you're right. He said, but the next time I see JC Jane, I'm going to teach her a lesson. I walked around, Rhea Ripley's not. Is Rhea Ripley kind of grooming Lyra Valkyria to be a member of the Judgment Day? If I were Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville, I'd better be careful and watch your backs. But could be. That's why Rhea Ripley, I think she knows Lyra Valkyria. And then Gable Steveson says he's going to decide on his future next week. Is he going to go for more gold medals? Or is he going to be starting his career in the WWE at NXT? We'll wait till next week. Eddie, and speaking of Gable Steveson, his man that he trained, Eddie Thorpe, who won that underground match, went up against Oro Mensah. And during the match, a Lash Legend grabs Noam Dar, puts him in the ring. Referee's distracted. And then, as Eddie Thorpe and Oro Mensah were brawling outside the ring, Oro Mensah goes back in the ring. Dijak decided to kick Eddie Thorpe right in the face, knocking him out. And despite the fact he beat the count out, but there was Oro Mensah decided to kick him, and before you know it, Oro Mensah wins the matchup against Eddie Thorpe. Dana Brooke and Kaylani Jordan were about training, and Kaylani Jordan says, I should have won. He says, hey, listen, I've been there before. Let's do something you like. And then they were training in gymnastics, and then Dana Brooke's taking Kaylani Jordan under her wing, which I think is really, really cool for Dana Brooke to do that. And she wants to help elevate the women's division. And Corey Jade was not very happy about that. And she's going to teach her a lesson next week. By the way, that matchup between Dana Brooke and Corey Jade will be a kendo stick match. First woman to grab the kendo stick uses it. So that's what's exciting about that. And then Vic Joseph and Booker T both interviewed Blair Davenport and Roxanne Perez. And Roxanne Perez says she's determined to belong. And then Blair Davenport was dissing her, causing Roxanne to walk away. And Blair Davenport continued to make fun of her. So those two ladies will go at it at the Great American Bash. Now, here comes the main event. Wes Lee defending the North American title against Dirty Dominik Mysterio. This was a crazy matchup, but the ending just got even nuttier. Finn Balor came out, distracted the referee. Damian Priest hits Wes Lee with the North American Championship. But then, when Wes Lee fought them both off, he was trying to recover, and then Rhea Ripley nails Wes Lee with her women's championship. Dominik Mysterio uses a frog splash. 1, 2, 3. We have a new NXT North American champion in Dirty Dominik Mysterio. Right now, Judgment Day's got right now, so far, they got the cards in it. Dominik Mysterio is the North American champion. Rhea Ripley is the World Women's Champion. You got Senor Money in the Bank, Damian Priest, and Finn Balor getting a shot at the world title. If everything goes the way of Judgment Day, we might see Judgment Day collect all the gold by the time SummerSlam ends, and that's going to be even crazy. But Rhea Ripley better be careful because somewhere lurking about is Io Sky getting ready to cash in that women's Money in the Bank for either the women's world title or the WWE Women's Championship held by Asuka. So be careful. Who knows? Tiffany Stratton's NXT title, I'm sure, but Io's already held that. Io needs to move on. So I'll tell you what, that was one crazy event. My jaw dropped when Dominik Mysterio finally won a singles title. So a lot of folks are not very happy with that. Mustafa Ali's got to be tossing stuff around the locker room and all that, and raging and being angry. This is going to be something, ladies and gentlemen. So, that is all the time we have for episode 726 of Eric Lima's Shenanigans of 1977. Thank you for tuning in. Tomorrow we'll be spinning the wheels on the Joker's Wild, trying to beat the devil. And then we get AEW Dynamite right afterwards. So, I bid you guys good night. And until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima's Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget production. And in association with A Sweet Bowl for Raving Dingleberries Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another great episode of Eric Lima's Shenanigans of 1977. Until the next episode, goodbye for now.